This month on Roanoke County Today, we get information on the Explorer Park Master Plan and meet some outstanding members of our local EMS organizations. This and more coming up on RCT.
Roco Alert is Roanoke County's new citizen alert and warning system. In the event of a local emergency or disaster, Roanoke County will contact all landline telephones in the county's 911 database with any important information and instructions you need to know. To receive notifications from Roco Alert via email, on your cell phone or VoIP phone, you'll need to set up an online account. There's no cost for citizens to sign up, but phone usage or text charges may apply. Go to roanokecountyva.gov/Roco Alert and sign up today.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here today talking with Brian Klingenpeel, Community Outreach Coordinator with Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. Welcome to our show, Brian.
Thank you.
So we're going to be talking today about September, which is National Preparedness Month. So talk about the emergency communication plan, family and households getting prepared.
Yeah, I think we live in such a society today where communications are so important, but we need to give some thought to the reliability of those systems in the event of a disaster. And so families really need to meet together and to just talk about kind of some what-if things. You know, what if the cell phones don't work, or what if the power is out, or some of those kinds of things, and how would we communicate and how would we let each other know that we're okay and how we can meet up again.
Okay, and talk about safe locations. There are 2 locations you should meet, right?
Yeah, there's actually several, and I think people, again, you need to kind of play it through in your mind about, you know, some of the stuff I've read even talks about you need to have a meeting place indoors for some of those weather emergencies like tornadoes. Safest place to be for a tornado is lowest level of your home in an interior room that has no windows. So that's one. But suppose we have a fire. Well, now our meeting place needs to be somewhere outside the home. So maybe it's a big tree, maybe it's the mailbox, maybe it's the neighbor's house. All of those would be within your neighborhood. But now let's say there's a flood, which we're prone to here in Roanoke County, and I can't even get into my neighborhood to get to the big tree or the neighbor's house. Then your family would need to have a meeting place that's outside of your neighborhood, the library or your church or somewhere else that everybody knows that's where we're going to meet. And then if there's a really large-scale disaster, maybe we can't even get into town. And so then we need to have a family meeting place that's located out of town where everybody knows that's where we'll meet. And then we need to discuss how would we get there. If you have elementary age kids, obviously someone's needs to be part of your plan to make sure that someone picks them up and gets them there and those kinds of things.
Lots of things to think about and to plan, certainly.
Yes.
Now you mentioned cell phones. So we do see oftentimes cell phone goes down, internet goes down. What are some options for people?
Yeah, really probably should keep, I know a lot of people have gotten rid of their landline phones, but not a bad idea to have a landline phone, just maybe even as a backup. I know we still have one at my house. We don't answer it very often, but it's still there in case of an emergency. Also, a lot of times in the event of some kind of large-scale disaster, cell phone systems may get clogged, and it's going to be easier to text. So making sure that members in your family know how to text, have a phone that they can text with. Text messages can get through the system easier. They require less bandwidth, and so they can get through the system easier. Also, another cool thing about text messages is if it can't get through right now, oftentimes your phone will save it and will send it when it can. So even if you've sent a text and it didn't go right now, it'll go when there's bandwidth available and will go on, whereas a phone call is just kind of dead in the water.
Right, so that's a very important tip for people to know. And how would I let my loved ones know that I'm safe?
So that's the whole point of this plan, and it's a good idea to have kind of an out-of-town contact person, an out-of-town relative that everybody's going to communicate through. So Uncle Charles lives in Richmond, and he's going to be our point of contact so that everybody's going to call Uncle Charles and let him know that you're okay, and then he can communicate with the other folks that they're okay. But also some other options as as well as the text message, is just social media. A lot of people now can use, you know, Twitter or Facebook or something to let your family members know that you're okay. You might have an easier time getting on Twitter than using your cell phone. If you do send a text message too, remember to keep it kind of short, just something like, I'm okay and I'm at the library, just to let family members know that.
Sure. And how will families, households get to the meeting places after an emergency? What are some options?
Yeah, I think you know, that's just families are going to have to discuss that. Again, if you have young children, they're obviously going to need to be picked up. Depending on where those meeting places are that you select as a family and how far away they are, you're going to need a car. But, you know, as I play it through in my own mind, if it is a flood, you're going to have to maybe know some alternate routes. We don't want you driving through floodwater. What if there's trees down? Again, you have to give some thought to just finding some of those alternate routes to get to those meeting places. But maybe you have some family members who have some special needs too, who need a special lift van or an assist. And so some plans are going to need to be made ahead of time for those folks too, in figuring out how to get there. Some of those modes of transportation like radar or other things might not be readily available during a disaster.
Okay, a lot of things to think about, learn. Where can people find more resources?
I would really direct you. I've learned a lot from ready.gov. Ready.gov has a lot of great information about Preparedness Month, about the communications plan, about collecting your information and sharing it and practicing it. It's important to practice your plan. So I would really send you to ready.gov. Is an excellent place to go.
Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing this information. We encourage our citizens to do something to be much more prepared during National Preparedness Month, which is September. So thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
The South County Library is now a designated passport acceptance facility. Passport applications are taken by appointment during these hours only, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Monday and Tuesday evenings, 6 to 8 p.m. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call the South County Library at 540-777-8782. Details are also located on the County Library website, roanokecountyva.gov/passports.
I'm joined by Doug Blunt, Director of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism for Roanoke County. And Doug, the past year has been a buzz of activity regarding Explore Park. We're going to talk about the master plan, or adventure plan as we like to call it. But first, how did we get to this point?
Well, this was a very comprehensive process that we went through over the last 12 months to develop the adventure plan. We really started with a very extensive community engagement period with the plan. We held over 16 meetings where stakeholders and citizens were able to participate and provide their feedback on the master plan. We had 300 participants within our meetings. Then we did an online survey. It was another tool for us to be able to get feedback from different users, and we had over 1,100 people participate in that tool.
And the results of that is a fantastic master plan, actually just released several weeks ago. It's available at explorepark.org/adventureplan. But tell us a little bit about what folks can find when they look on the site and look into that plan.
Well, the adventure plan it offers a wide variety of different outdoor recreation activities. It provides more access to the Roanoke River, more trails, provides overnight accommodations, providing aerial type activities with bridges as well as ropes courses. but it also focuses on some of the other type of activities, such as equestrian usage, having event facilities, and trying to create, your true outdoor adventure type of theme to where everybody of all different types of ages and abilities have the opportunity to participate in something that is, in the outdoors.
And the plan really shows Explore Park as a regional focus. Talk about how it fits into the Virginia's Blue Ridge tourism plan for the area.
Well, we're very fortunate that we have an 1,100-acre parcel that is attached to a national park. You don't have that in a lot of park settings. And being able to be attached to the Blue Ridge Parkway and being able to tap into the 13 million visitors that the Blue Ridge Parkway has on an annual basis, it's a treasure. And we need to be able to capitalize on those visitors and be able to have them to come and visit Explore Park and really create another destination along the parkway.
Of course, it's not just out-of-town visitors. Explore Park will always, first and foremost, be a park for Roanoke County residents and residents of the Valley as a whole. Talk about how residents have already come together to start building some of those requested amenities at the park.
Well, one of the great things about the park is we've just seen really a spike in just general usage at the park. People coming out and walking, using the river, fishing, participating in already of what assets that we have there. But we've really had an outpouring of people wanting to not only donate their time, but wanting to partner with us to be able to build some of the different amenities. We've had lots of positive discussions about building an 18-hole disc golf course out at the park, as well as folks that are wanting to help us within the biking community to build additional mountain bike trails and a bike skills center.
So really important, those community partners that have already started to make this vision become a reality. So first, we're going to talk next about what's going on now. What's the county doing programmatically, event-wise, to really build up Explore in the next couple of years?
Well, it's real important that we continue to create additional reasons to come out to Explore Park. So we're focusing on developing new special events, new additional programs, not just for children, but for families, for all ages, to be able to come out and experience the different seasons at the park, participate in the different already natural assets that we have within the facility. And then we will begin developing future additional programs of events, festivals, other type of really neat and innovative ideas that fit in well with the amenities that we already have at the park.
Well, let's take a look 3 to 5 years down the road. What's the next step? What is staff going to be doing behind the scenes to make this possible?
Well, we're going to be working with many of our partners to help to implement the different aspects of the venture plan. We'll be working to, as I mentioned before, having folks to help us with different activities and things, but also to help with the bricks and mortar of building some of the different attractions. We're going to be going out into the business community, talking with potential new partners to help to make some of the overnight accommodations, the ropes courses, the outfitters type of businesses a reality, and bringing them in to help to implement this plan.
So next time you go out to visit Explore Park, look for those changes. They'll be gradual, but they're occurring throughout the next really 20 years is what the master plan calls for, and we're excited about the future, and it couldn't have been done without community support.
Stay up to date with the town of Vinton. Visit vintonva.gov and sign up for the Newsflash, Notify Me, or Emergency Alert features. Newsflash will inform users of what's happening in the town, including street closures or water line breaks. With Notify Me, citizens will receive information on activities, events, and even job postings. Emergency Alert can keep you informed in the event of an emergency or disaster in the region. Alerts can be sent to landlines, computers, cell phones, or wireless PDA units. Sign up today and be up to date with the town of Vinton.
All right, I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay, so who's gonna do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
the Zombie 5K. This is the 4th year that we've been doing the Zombie 5K, and it's a race, and it's a race against the zombies. We actually are raising money for Special Olympics, so it's a fabulous cause. And this year we're changing the race up completely. We're doing a nighttime race. We actually have a kids race that starts at 7, and then the real race starts at 8. This is going to be at Roanoke County's Green Hill Park. It's gorgeous out there in October, end of September. The leaves are changing, and the zombies, for some reason, just really like that part of town. Well, I think it's going to make it even a little bit scarier, even though we're requesting that folks either bring a headlamp or a flashlight. But they will be trying to get away from those zombies, and when it's dark, it's sometimes harder to see them. Several hundred have come out in the past to race against the zombies and see if they can actually beat them. And this year, again, since we're changing it up to a night race, making it a little bit different, because as you know, there's lots and lots of daytime races in the valley, and there are some night races, but not that many. So we're hoping that will lure people out, and they'll find it much more exciting. Oh, yes, we do, but they're a little bit too scary to let people know about, and we also want there to be a few surprises. But I can tell you there will also be obstacles that you'll be running against. So even though it's a 5K course, it may take you a little bit longer because you're going to be dodging the obstacles as well as the zombies. You really need to watch out for what you're doing, not only for your own footsteps, but you've got to look all around you, because what you don't want to do, we give everybody a flag belt with 5 lives on it, and you want to get to the finish line with one of your flags intact, which represents your life. So you really, really have to be in good shape, but better than that, you have to want to have a lot of fun. It's October 1, Saturday, the first Saturday in October at Roanoke County's Green Hill Park. We will have a children's version of the races where there will be a few zombies and a few obstacles for the kids. That'll begin at 7, and then the adult race will begin at 8. We find them all over. Actually, WFXR News is a sponsor, and they're going to be providing some really fabulous zombies to help us. Then folks also sign up. When you sign up for the race, you can actually sign up for a zombie or to be a runner, whichever is your preference. And in order to register, you go online to the Roanoke Zombie 5K website, give you all the information you choose, and then in addition to that, you can also register that night at the race itself. That it's just a lot of fun. What makes it so much fun is it's different. And not only can you be a good runner, but you can be a not so good runner, because it's all in fun and it's all for a good cause. As I said, we're raising money for the Virginia Special Olympics. This race is done in partnership with the regional jail, and we just have a great time putting it together, and we think the folks that come out to the race will have a great time running in the race. The race is on October 1st. The race starts at 8. But we also have a children's race that starts at 7 p.m. and the adult race starts at 8 p.m. You can register online at RoanokeZombie5K.com. You can also call Roanoke County Parks, Rec, and Tourism. You can also call us at 387-6078, extension 0. Or you can register that day, and you can register to be a runner or a zombie. We are asking this year that the zombies do come in full regalia, fully decorated. In years past, we have provided that for them, but this year, because we expect more folks to come out, we'd like folks to actually come out and already be dressed as zombies.
Welcome back to the show. We are here on the hillside of Carlos Restaurant, looking down at beautiful Route 419, and joining me today is Jill Loop, Economic Development Director, and Philip Thompson, our Deputy Director of Planning. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. So we talked a couple of months ago about the Route 419 corridor study. So give us an update as to what's happening now with the plans.
Well, we've hired a consultant, Stay in Tech Urban Places Group. We started collecting some background information and mapping that information. We've developed a project website. We worked with our consultant to develop an online survey and a My Sidewalk page for public input. And we've also developed marketing or promotional materials for the study and also for the kickoff event.
Okay, a lot going on. So what will be looked at in this study?
Well, the first thing they're going to do is look at a couple things. One is they're going to review the existing development and look for opportunities for higher density commercial and residential development. And that'll be tied to a market analysis for both residential and commercial property for the area. They're going to analyze the existing transportation system, and they'll develop a multimodal transportation plan that'll look at the build out of the study area. They're going to look at the existing infrastructure and plan recommendations based on the ultimate build out. There's a design charrette that'll be taking place to help develop design guidelines and standards for the study area. And then finally, there'll be regulatory and financial recommendations to implement the study.
Okay. And Jill, what are some of the goals along with this project?
Well, this corridor is Roanoke County's center of commerce. It has long been known for its retail concentration and business development capability. And what we want to do is maximize that development capability. And through the study, we're going to do an extensive market analysis and a retail analysis so that we understand the residential components, the retail components, and the business components, as well as the gaps in the market trade area. So once we do that, hopefully we will come out with a plan that we can use to attract new businesses and redevelop areas along this corridor.
Okay, and how can citizens be involved in this project?
Well, there's a couple things. One is we have our kickoff event. There'll be other public meetings that'll include a 3-day design charrette. We'll also have community meetings associated with the draft plan and the final plan. We're going to have 3 planning nights throughout the study process that will be at a local business where we'll have a more informal setting for the public to engage with us and the consultants. We're going to have stakeholder interviews. And we also have, like I mentioned earlier, online survey and a My Sidewalk page that people can provide their input on.
Okay, and all of this has already commenced? It's all available now?
It is on the county website, and the kickoff event will be next Thursday at September 15th at 6:30 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Tanglewood.
Okay. When will the findings be released?
This process should take about 6 to 8 months to complete, and it will be with a lot of citizen and business engagement. So we are inviting everyone to participate in the process and give us your thoughts, ideas, and opinions so that we can create a plan that is actually market-driven and realistic.
Okay. And after it's all done, all of the input's been received, then what are the next steps?
Well, the next steps will be to determine ways that we can actually implement the plan. And in terms of incorporating new regulatory measures and policies, we want to take a look at that and how we can put them into place here with regard to mixed-use development standards and other modern development practices.
Okay. So for additional information, where can folks find it?
They can go to our website at roanokecountyva.gov/419.
Okay, very good. We encourage everyone to go there and see what events that people can attend, and certainly give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
A pet is a friend. They are playful, loyal, and every pet wants and deserves a forever home. Did you know the Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection has many pets that are available for adoption? Our adoptable pets are listed online with pictures and descriptions, or you can visit us at 1510 Baldwin Avenue, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more info about providing a pet a forever home, contact Emily Williamson at the Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection. Remember, there's no place like a forever home, so adopt today.
Welcome back to the show. Joining me today are some members from Roanoke County Fire and Rescue and 2 of our volunteer agencies to talk about some EMS awards that were received recently. So I'll have each of you introduce yourselves first, and then we'll talk about the awards.
Okay. Bill Duff, Acting Deputy Chief, Roanoke County, and received the Excellence in EMS Award.
Great.
Gray Smith, Lieutenant with Roanoke County, and I received the Outstanding Pre-Hospital Educator.
Okay.
Joel Haywood, Cave Spring Rescue Squad Deputy Chief, and we received the Outstanding EMS Agency Award.
Okay.
Wayne Guffey, Chief in First Aid Crew, and I received the Outstanding EMS Administrator Award.
Okay, go right ahead and share with us what your award entails and how does it make you feel to receive that?
Well, the award entails problem solving, administration into scheduling, other issues with standby coordination, managing our flexible schedule, our standbys that we do. The award is very humbling, means a lot. I've been doing it for a long time, and just being recognized by my fellow peers in both Roanoke County Fire and Rescue and First Aid Crew was very honored.
Nice honor. How about you?
Well, Cave Spring Volunteer Rescue Squad won the EMS Regional Award and for Outstanding EMS Agency. We're super humbled and privileged to be able to receive that award on behalf of our agency. The award looks at things such as training, quality of training, level of patient care, as well as staffing levels, community involvement, things of that nature.
Okay. And how does it make you feel to receive
Well, the
this
crews
honor?
the whole crew of Cave Spring Rescue Squad is really humbled and honored to have received it. I know that our crews worked very hard, putting in a lot of long man hours, a lot of training hours into it, above and beyond even the standard that we set. And so we're very humbled and privileged to have been able to receive this award.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Basically, it was the Pre-Hospital Educator Award, and it just recognizes a regional EMS education coordinator, which is pretty humbling given the fact that we have a lot of great instructors in the area. But over the time period in this year, we've gone through several different things as far as the sepsis initiative and things like that we've went through. And like the rest of these gentlemen said, it's very humbling to have won it.
Great. Well, congratulations.
Okay, so I won the Excellence in EMS, which is sort of a lifetime accomplishment. So I've been with the county 30 years, been in EMS since 1981, and rose up from the rank of EMT to paramedic, and have been the EMS manager for about 8 years for Roanoke County.
Okay. Wow. So you've been around and probably seen a lot of these types of recognitions. What does this mean for the department?
Well, I think it speaks a lot for the department. Not only the hard work and dedication that comes from the career and volunteer personnel, but to be recognized. This is a regional award, so there was competition from the Danville region, Martinsville, Allegheny, and the New River Valley. So to have this many awards coming back to the Roanoke Valley and related to Roanoke County, I think speaks a lot about the personnel we have, both career and volunteer, and their dedication.
And is there another level of competition to these various awards?
So there's about 12 or 13 EMS regions within the state. And in November at the yearly symposium, all of the winners from each region will come forward and be eligible for the Governor's Award. Okay. And so that Saturday night in November, that'll be awarded among the regional winners.
Okay, well, that's quite an opportunity for the department and all of the volunteer agencies. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. And I know all the citizens of Roanoke County, thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.
Volunteer firefighters save lives. Do you have what it takes? Visit RoanokeCountyVA.gov/FRVolunteer or call 540-777-8706 to become a Roanoke County Fire and Rescue volunteer firefighter.
It's Roanoke County's unofficial downtown, but it doesn't look like most main streets you know. Roanoke County is reimagining Route 419 near Tanglewood as a new destination for businesses and residents, a place that will serve pedestrians and cyclists just as well as motorists. We need your thoughts about the stores, services, and amenities that will help make this area a distinct and vibrant destination. For more information about upcoming community meetings and how to share your ideas, see our website at RoanokeCountyVA.gov/419.